Hey everybody, welcome to homerecordingmadeeasy.com and here on my YouTube channel. And today we have another installment of the Studio Biz career tips for the home studio owners. Today is tip number 2, and the topic today is don't quit your day job. And in the fine print underneath, you can see a real tiny fine print, at least not yet, or not yet at least. So one of the things that I struggled with, and I know other people struggle with because I've had conversations with several people over the last 10 years about this topic, is you are currently working a day job that you don't like. You're in a career that you don't like. You're not fulfilled in life, and you're doing this thing on the side, maybe part-time as a hobby or just for friends, or maybe you're even now starting to take in money and doing it as a part-time business, recording other bands, mixing and doing music in general. And everyone wants to do that full-time at one point, and they all want to quit their day jobs and they want to be able to replace their income with the music business. And so I've had conversations with folks in the past about they feel that if they have a day job, that they just don't have the time in their lives to then dedicate to their studio business, that they feel like they need to quit their day job in order to focus on it full time and just jump in the deep end of the pool. And I'm here to tell you that that is probably, in most cases, not a great idea. And we'll talk about on the next slide here some of the things you want to think about when you're deciding whether or not you should keep your day job. I did my studio business as a part-time side business for many years before I did it full-time. And I was working a day job like everybody else, working in the corporate environment, working 50 hours a week. And then I would come home, and at night and on the weekends, I would focus on my studio business till I got to the point where I was able to quit my day job. But it took a good 5 years, about 5 to 6 years before I was able to do that. And I had a wife and had a small child, and it's a sacrifice. There's no doubt about it. But that was my passion. I wanted to do this full time. And so that's what I had to do, the sacrifices I had to make to be able to do what I wanted to do full time. So let's move over to the next slide. And let's talk about why you want to keep your day job in the beginning. And I know at times it's difficult. But the first thing you want to think about is, when you have a day job, it takes the pressure off while starting your business. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, when you quit your day job and you start doing music full-time, or anything full-time as another business, and you jump and change careers, you have to start making money right away in most cases, unless you're independently wealthy or you have a spouse who works that makes a lot of money to where you don't need to make an income. The beginning stages of starting a business, especially in the music business, it's slow going unless you're extremely lucky. So having a day job takes the pressure off. In other words, you can take the time to start your business in the right way. You don't have to worry about making money right away. Okay. So that kind of leads into number 2, where it gives you time to do things right. If you're depending on your studio business or your mixing career or whatever it is in the music business right out of the gate, you have to make money right away, chances are. And you don't always get a chance to do things the right way. So by keeping your day job and keeping that steady stream of income coming in to support you and your family, it gives you time to do things right. It gives you the time, the key word being time. You don't have to rush into things, and you don't have to rush into making tons of money right out of the gate, because chances are you're not going to do that right out of the gate. It gives you time to really build the business from the ground up and do it in the right way. Okay. And now number 3, that means and also having a day job allows you to invest financially in your business. Starting a business is expensive, even if you're doing it out of your home. Even if you think you have everything you need as you sit here and listen to this video, chances are you don't have everything you need. And a lot of times, there's money that has to be invested, whether it be in gear, whether it be in space, whether it be in some renovation in your home or a commercial space to get a studio ready for whatever you're going to be trying to do. So if you have a day job, a lot of times it allows you to have that capital, have some of that money to be able to invest into your business financially, because it is expensive to run a business, and it is expensive to start up a business, especially even if you're doing it out of your home. You'd be surprised how much it really costs to start a business when you start doing everything the right way. Okay, so you want to think about, let's review those 3 things first. it takes off the pressure while starting your business. You're not under any pressure to have to make money right away. It gives you time to do things right. It also allows you to invest financially in your business if you have another steady stream income. Okay, number 4, it also allows you to say no and not take on bad clients. And what I mean by that is when you're first starting out in your business, one of the things that I talk about a lot is you don't need to take in everybody that has $50 in their pocket. There is such a thing as taking on a bad client. There is such a thing as taking on bad work. You don't want to have to take every little thing just so you can make enough money to put food on your table. You want to be selective, especially in the beginning when you're developing a reputation. You want to be selective on the type of clients that you take in, the kind of work that you do. If you have no other source of income, you don't really have a choice but to take each and everything that comes your way. And I don't think that's a good idea for a long-term business. Some people would disagree with me, but I would say that to do things and to develop a long career with a good reputation, you want to be selective on the things that you work on. And when you're first starting out, it's difficult to do that because you don't have a lot of options and you don't have a lot of choices and not a lot of work is coming your way in the beginning stages. Usually for the first couple of years, the work is few and far between. So you don't want to take on jobs that are not going to reflect good on you. You don't want to take on bad clients. And so if you have another job, your day job, it allows you to say no. It allows you to be more selective and again, take the time to do things right. And then number 5, it also creates security, obviously, for you and your family. By having a day job, you have a steady stream of income coming in, hopefully, and you're not relying on your studio to support you and your family. Think of it, even if you're trying to do it as a business, if you don't need the money, and I highlight and emphasize and put in capital letters the word need, quote unquote, the money, you can take whatever money that you make and you can reinvest it into your business while you're starting off. Okay, so I know a lot of people are really quick to can't wait to get out of their job and start doing this music thing full time, but I can tell you from experience, from firsthand experience, unless you're extremely lucky, it takes a good handful of years to start when you're starting off from the very beginning and you're starting your business from scratch and you're learning to get better at your craft and you're learning to build a business and a reputation and a network and a clientele. It could take years before you're ready to really quit your full-time job and do this full-time. Just because you have more hours in the week available to you if you quit your job, it doesn't mean you're going to be successful. You're going to have to make some sacrifices on the nights and on the weekends and sometimes take away from some family time to build your business. That's what I did, and it worked for me. And that's the way you have to, I think, the safest way to do it. Don't put yourself in a financial mess by quitting your day job and then having to rely on taking on bad clients and rely on your studio as a way to support you and your family, because you will find that is a very, very pressurous way to do things. And your studio will be a business that's not fun for you, and you will be stressed out to the max, and you're not going to be thinking with things with a clear head because you're constantly going to be worried about money. So I always tell people we love day jobs. Do not quit your day job until you have a steady track record of producing an X amount of dollars of income, whatever that dollar amount is, to replace your full-time job on a regular basis. So for example, if you're making, say, $35,000 a year in your day job, I would not be quitting my day job to run my studio business until I was making $35,000 a year, at least for a couple of years straight, and continuing to build that upon that before I would feel safe in telling you go ahead and quit your day job. So again, that's just a quick little tip for you. Don't quit your day job, at least not yet. For more studio tips, be sure to check out my website, homerecordingmadeeasy.com. There's free training on there, blogs on there, mixing, mastering products, so on and so forth. And until next week, when we're back with another Studio Biz tip, this is David Vignola from homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care.